Welcome everyone to day 75, episode 75. We are still on a runway of our 100 days life coaching toolkit mastery challenge here in my YouTube channel. Good evening, good morning, wherever you're coming in from different parts of the globe. This is Master Coach A signing in. And for today's conversations, we're going to dive into the wonderful world of cognitive distortions. And why do I say it's a wonderful world? It's a fascinating world because in this world, okay, we get to think a lot of things that are not true. Okay, isn't it amazing? Is it like wonderful that we can think of things that's not true and we can make things believable even it's not believable? Well, not quite, because in a world where we can create things, which is very powerful, we have that power in our hands, okay, to create things because we've got the most powerful machine that in ever been created or given by our creator, and that's our mind. Okay, so we're able to create a lot of things. We are able to create every imaginable things in our brain. Unfortunately, with cognitive distortions, the things that we are creating are not doing us any good. So for today's conversation, episode 75, I want to dive into a deeper conversations of what happens when our negative thought patterns or our cognitive distortions is taking over and stealing from us every joy and possibilities and opportunities for us to thrive in this world. So let me just give a warm welcome, of course, to our first honor, Coach Orville. I is still out of the country. So all the way from the Philippines to Taipei. Okay, so good morning. Okay, I'm able to see here Coach Lin, Master Coach Jasmine. Who else are here? Coach Candy. Okay, so everyone hopping in, joining. Okay, let me know in the chat box. Let me know in the comment. Okay, what comes to your mind when you hear the word cognitive distortion? Okay, so let me know what comes to your mind. What do you have in mind when you hear these words cognitive distortion? So, what is cognitive and what is distortion? Like, what comes to your mind when somebody tells you or somebody comments on you and say, well, that's a cognitive distortions. The way you think is a cognitive distortions. What comes to your mind? Okay, what comes to your mind? How do you feel about it? Do you feel proud? Okay, hello, Coach Tintin. Glad to see you here. Okay, so do you feel proud? Do you feel happy? Do you feel excited when somebody tells you, oh, that's a cognitive distortion? Okay, so what is your picture? Biases. Okay, hello, Master Coach Jasmine. Biases that comes to your mind. Biases. Now, how many of you have been in a situation where you believe about something, you think about something, and only to find out with all the pain, with all the things that, all the negative emotions, all the things that comes to your mind, your decisions, your actions, and the words you've said, only to come, okay, to your senses later on in life and realize that it's all like baloney and it's not true. Have you been in those situations where you you hope it wasn't like that? Hello, Coach Janet. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Welcome. Welcome to day 75, episode 75. Please don't keep me a secret. It's going to be a wonderful conversations. A lot of us, many of you, many of your friends, okay, can connect to cognitive distortions. A lot of us is being victimized by this kind of distortions or cognitive biases. Now, today's toolkit is clarity, clarity, clarity. Okay, please download the toolkit for a limited time offer. You can download it, you can snag it for free, use it for yourself, and use it for your clients. Now, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. This is episode 75. There is still gonna be 25 more episodes to complete the 100 Days Life Coaching Toolkit Mastery Challenge that I am doing specifically for coaching entrepreneur, coaching enthusiasts, coaching practitioners, and for those individuals who needs coaching but are not yet ready to dive into formal coaching. Okay, so many of you have questions in life, and you know that life coaching can help you. Some of our audience have need for coaching, but they're not ready yet, maybe personally, emotionally, mentally, or financially. But this 100 days life coaching toolkit mastery challenge can definitely help you, can give you a lift. So if you are one person and you are, number one, if you're getting value, if you have been watching, if you have been watching the episodes and you're getting value, drop me a message, give me a comment, let me know what are other toolkits, what are other topics, what other domains or issues in life that you wish to have a copy of a toolkit or something that you can work on to help you in your journey. If you are also a coaching practitioner, you are a coaching professionals and you're starting in this profession, welcome to the profession. We are coming all the way from the Philippines. I'm from Life Coach Philippines. And if you are coming from different institutions, from other institutions or organizations, and you need help and support, if there are toolkits that you think can help you in your practice of the professions, or you think your clients need badly, please drop me a message, send me an email at connect@mastercoacha.com, or you can message, drop a comment, drop a message in the comment of this video. If you are watching this on a replay, please consider subscribing to the channel and consider watching episodes 1 to 74, because definitely I'm sure you can really get so much value, and for a limited time only, you can snag the toolkits for free. Use it for yourself, use it for your clients. Now, okay, download it. Okay, for those of you who have downloaded the toolkit, let me know in the comment, let me know in the chat box right now, what can you see in the toolkit? Okay, how do you find the toolkit? Now, in the toolkit, okay, you can find 12 cognitive distortions. Okay, we're gonna dive into the 12 cognitive distortions right now. So give me a one. Okay, let me know. Okay, give me a one in the comment right now if you have already seen the toolkit. Clarity, clarity, clarity. Yes, I'm sure Master Coach Jasmine, you have seen it. Okay, how many of you have seen it? Okay, drop me a comment, give me a one in the chat box, in the comment. Okay, and let me also know what are striking words that you are able to see in the toolkit. You scan the toolkit and let me know in the comment what are striking words. Okay, what are the words that resonates with you, connects with you, and you think you want to learn, you want to know more, you want to understand, and you want to dive deeper. Okay, so scan through the toolkits right now, share the link to your friends, share the link to your social media account. Okay, invite people to hop in to join us right now, right here. Okay, let's have other people join us, join in our conversations, because I think, okay, many of you would truly connect in what we are going to be talking about today. Okay, so in the toolkit, okay, how many of you can connect that while life is a synergy of everything that happens to us internally and externally, there are people who are so stubborn, okay, and think that it's either all or nothing. Okay, that's the image that I've shown you, okay, in one of the pages. And there are 12 cognitive distortions, okay? Now, in the 12 cognitive distortions, I've given you some of the examples. So, for example, if the cognitive distortions, now I'm going to dive, I'm going to run through the cognitive distortions, and let me know, okay, let me know in the comment if you can connect, if you can relate. And the way you do it, you say hashtag connect, hashtag relate. Or okay, this cognitive distortion brings you to mind, okay, brings to your mind one specific person, okay? So one person who have this cognitive distortion, who hits you and makes your life miserable. Because here's the thing with cognitive distortions. Um, Oftentimes we study it and try to understand it and say, this is my cognitive distortion, which the toolkit is for you. But it is also true that we might be in a space where we operate, where we live, we work, and we do business, we do our work, or if you're a student, we go to school, we have a classmates, we have a teacher who have cognitive distortions, and their cognitive distortions is affecting us or hurting you. Okay. So as I go through the 12 cognitive distortions and it can bring you to mind. You can remember one person, okay, one person or two individuals or anyone, okay, in your space, in your life, maybe present, in the past, and you kind of, now I understand what happens to me, okay, or what happens to that person, or I am a victim of that person, okay. So if you are resonating, if the cognitive distortion is for you, hashtag connect, hashtag relate. But if the cognitive distortion is something that you can relate with someone, and this cognitive distortion hit you in the past, okay, made your life miserable in the past, what I wanted you to do is you say, hashtag now I know. Okay, so let's practice it. Okay, let's practice it. Okay, hashtag connect, hashtag relate, and the third is hashtag now I know. Okay, come on, let's do this. Okay, so I'd like you to come. Okay, so what we're doing in this live is I'd like you to come into a space of acknowledgement. Okay, like you to come into the space of not just understanding, not just being aware, but really getting into an acknowledgement that something, okay, something happens to you, something happens in the past, you have an experience that is truly, okay, truly a distortion of your reality. Okay, so somebody have told you something and you could not fathom, you could not understand why they think the way they think, why they reason the way they reason, why they act the way they act, why they say one thing and they do another thing, why despite all your explanation, despite all the things that you have shared, the person would respond differently. How many of you can connect? How many of you can relate? Okay, so I'm gonna go through now, okay, the 12 cognitive distortions. Okay, let me know if you can connect, if you can relate, or you're saying now I know, hashtag now I know. Okay, so it gives you freedom. Okay, it gives you the opportunity to rethink your experience. Okay, it gives you now the opportunity to reevaluate the emotions, the thinking process, the thought process you had, and your thinking process at the moment. Okay, so let's now go through the 12 cognitive distortions. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, Coach Lynn. Okay, hello, Coach Mao. You're here. Okay, so Coach Lynn, I'm so excited with your aha. Okay, your aha moment for tonight. Okay, for this morning. It's morning now. It's 12:12 to be exact in my time check. All right, let's get ready. Cognitive distortion number one is what they call the black and white or the all or nothing thinking. Okay, so this is very common, and oftentimes people, you see a lot of individuals, maybe you, okay, have this. Okay, it's an example of this. A person would say, "I never have anything interesting to say," or "I have never done anything right," or "I never been accepted." I never been understood. It's an all or nothing. So it feels like the person is saying everything is wrong or everything is right. Nothing is in between. All or nothing. Okay, all or nothing. How many of you can connect with that? All or nothing thinking process. Okay. So what's one thing with all of or nothing? Now, if you are one person and you have been victimized by this, or you are working with someone, or you're sharing a space with someone who have an all or nothing thinking, okay? This is the black and white, okay, without any shades of gray. Okay, they think that either a project will fail or succeed, nothing in between, no recalibrations. Okay, these are the type of people who are very perfectionist, and they set a very unrealistic expectations to you. So these are the people who either you meet the deadline, and if you don't meet the deadline, if you meet the deadline, you're great. If you don't meet the deadline, you're nothing. Okay, so it's either you say yes to my thoughts, yes to their thoughts, and you're friends, and if you say no, then you're not friends. You're intelligent if you can take this up, if you can answer this question, and if you answer it wrongly, you're nothing. How many of you gets this? Hashtag connect, hashtag relate, or hashtag now I know. How many of you got this? Okay, how many of you got this? Okay, and if you are working with people, you're living with people like this, you are working with people for people, or you've got a classmates, or maybe you share this a space in the church or in a ministry, and you have this person. How many of you felt, okay, felt in the past, okay, because normally you'll have this feeling that one point everything is okay, and then at one point you just one thing, one mistakes, or one incident, it feels like you lose it all. Okay, so it's just like you've done it, so that's it, we're not friends anymore, we're not good anymore, you're nothing, forget it. How many of you can connect now? Hashtag me. Okay, so cognitive distortion number 2. Okay, this is the hashtag jumping to conclusions, or the mind reading. Example, the doctor is going to tell me I have cancer. So, or this person is gonna judge me poorly because I am dressed like this. Or I'm not gonna pass the exam because I'm not able to study 24 hours or 12 hours. I'm not able to buy that book or that test material or that testing kit, which they said it's like, or you're not gonna like me because I'm not from your school, or you're not gonna eat with me because I came from this culture, or I don't have this money to buy the clothes that you wear. Okay. Why this is fatal is because if you're dealing with someone who've got this cognitive distortion, it's as if they always put words into your mouth. They read your mind, and obviously it's almost always wrong, and they impressed on you that this is the way you think, and at times they press you to agree that that's what you're thinking. How many of you can connect, relate, or hashtag now I know? Okay, so how many of you have judged or read the mind and proven wrong? And how many of you have experienced that somebody tried to read your mind and force an issue to you, force a thing on you, think that's the way you're thinking, okay, tells you that's the way you think, and you're just like, whoa, wait a minute, where you're coming from? What are you saying? I don't understand. Okay, how many of you got this? Okay. How many of you are saying, I got this now? Now I know. Okay. So if you have a different expressions, you're welcome to share your thoughts. You're welcome to let me know your emotions right now. Hashtag happy, sad, fine, angry. Okay. What's your emotional check-in right now after hearing this two? I'm gonna move now to my third cognitive distortion. Okay. The third cognitive distortion is what they call the personalization. Okay. What is personalization? Okay. Blaming yourself, making it your fault. Okay. Our team lost because me. We're not hitting the sales because I am part of the team. We're not gonna make it because I am in this trip. We're not gonna make it because I am poor in this. I'm not good at this. So they take it upon themselves. And it's always them. And the reason why it's always them, because by doing that, it feels like, all right, it's me. Okay. No argument. Okay. It's me. Forget it. I'm okay. Now, if you are dealing with someone like this, isn't it true that it feels odd and it's irritating because you want to have a conversation and you want to resolve an issue, but the person would say, no, it's me. It's on me. Okay. And we're not going to have anything. better because you have me. You got me on your team, or you have me in this life, you have me in this relationship. I mean, if you cannot connect, relate, or now I know. Yes. I mean, if you're having this, okay, you blame yourself. Now, you realize, yes, this is a cognitive distortion, but you probably ask, why would people keep blaming themselves for the shit of other people or for the mess of other people? Well, for some, well, number one, because this is a cognitive distortion, but for some, they get a benefit for this. And what's the benefit? It's the feeling of pity. Okay, they're being pitied. Okay, they're being um looked into. They have the sympathy. They feel that they will get the sympathy. They will not be made accountable because they already said, it's me. It's me. Okay. So let me know in the chat box, how are you feeling right now? Okay, getting attention is another one. Let me know in the chat box, how are you feeling right now? How are you feeling right now? Are you feeling okay? Are you here? And are you appreciating this? I wanna know if you are appreciating our conversations right now. Okay. Are you getting some aha moments? Are you getting some thoughts of this one I can change? Okay. Remember that it's different when you take the blame because you want to take accountability versus you want to take the blame and the reason for taking blame is very illogical. Okay. In extreme cases, okay, these people can even assume that they are the causes of someone's mood. Okay. Or um, some people would say everything could have been better if I'm not part of the meeting. We could have agreed, we could have reached an agreement faster if you did not even invited me to be part of these conversations. Okay. So why it hits you while the person is blaming themselves, it hits you because you know that things could have been better. There could have been a better solutions, there could have been a better settlement, there could have been a better conversations if not the person keeps blaming themselves. I mean, if you can connect with this. Okay. Next. Okay. Hello, Coach Berna. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us tonight, this morning, early morning. Okay. Another cognitive distortions that you probably is familiar or being a victim, okay, of is this. If you are appreciating this, okay, thank you so much for saying I appreciate it. Okay. The should. Okay, number 4 is the should statement. Please, if you're just coming in, if you're hopping in, don't forget you can snag the toolkit for free, and these 12 cognitive distortions you can find in the toolkit. Okay, number 4 is the should statements. Believing that things should be in a certain way. I should be losing weight. I should be seeing you. I should be doing this. I should be cleaning it. I should be taking accountability for this. I should. How many of you can connect with that? How many of you have that? That I should thing. Okay. How many of you realize that with that I should thing, a lot of things can be lost because the person is not ready. If that's you, you're not ready for change. You're not ready for that. It's not a truth statement. Okay. The problem with the should is they always create an expectation that is unrealistic, hard to meet, hard to meet, and they often end up beating themselves and they feel guilty. Now, when they feel guilty, definitely they make the entire group, the entire space miserable. What about that? And another thing, because it's an unrealistic thing, how many of you realize that when this happens, we normally or we tend not to believe with the person anymore. Okay. So what about you? Have you ever realized that you keep saying I should, I must, and you get this look of disbelief, and people are no longer believing you because it's just like it's an unrealistic thing. How many of you can connect with me? Okay. Another thing, okay, that is cognitive distortions, which is number 5 now, is the mental filter. Mental filter, focusing on the negative, ignoring proof that goes against your existing belief. For example, I am terrible at getting enough sleep. I am bad at cooking. I am not good at this. I mess up. I'm clumsy. I don't get things right for the first time. You have this mental filter. And the thing with your mental filter is nobody can argue with you. How many of you can connect? Or if you are the person who is suffering from individuals like this, how many of you have experienced that they will force their ideas, they will force their thoughts on you because that's how they see it mentally. And no matter what you do, no matter how you try to explain, they would not listen to you, right? Because they have their mental filters already. Okay. No amount of explanation can change the matter. No amount of explanation can make them believe otherwise because they have already set on stone what they have believed always. Okay. So have you met someone, okay, who said one thing, expressed one thing, accuse you or say one thing that you have done, and no matter what you do, no matter how you try, the person is fixated on their own thoughts, on their own mental filters, which unfortunately is always negative. How many of you can say, hello, Coach Marife, thank you for being here. Nakakapagod ito. Diba, Coach Marife? You try to explain, hello, Coach Lady Jen. Okay, you try to explain, okay, they would say, this is not going to work because this, okay? Or who this person is in here, da 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 da, and they said that. And no matter what you do, no matter how you explain, they will not change the way they think because that's already their filter. And unfortunately, you are the victim. You are the one getting the toll on this. Now, if you are one person who have also this negative filter in your mind, have you ever realized how tasking it is for you? Like Coach Marife would say, this is very tasking, this is draining, and utter, like I'll tell you, this is one mental or cognitive bias or cognitive distortion that is really tasking for the brain. Okay. Next, okay, another, okay, I'm now on my 6, halfway, okay, is the over generalization, making broad interpretation from small sample size of events. For example, after one bad date, you'll say, I'll never find a partner. After missing one opportunity to get a job, you'll say, I'll never get a job. Or after, if you are the one receiving this, you missing a deadline, you not able to catch, okay, the appointment on time, the person will say you'll never make it, you'll never show up well, you'll never perform, you'll never, that overgeneralizations. How many of you have received that in the past or experienced that working with someone like that? Hashtag connect, hashtag relate, hashtag now I know. How many of you have that? Okay? That no matter what you do, they have already set their views on one thing that you have done, and they overgeneralize it's gonna be like that. Okay, overgeneralization. Next point. Number 7 is magnification The other side of that is minimization. So it's either they magnify the negative thinking or they minimize the positive. Unfortunately, it's not the other way around. It would have been better if they magnify the positive and they minimize the negative. But these people, this kind of distortion is they do the reverse. They magnify everything that's negative and they minimize everything that is positive. It's just like if it's a healthy meal, they would say, no, it's just one healthy meal. Or if it's a good report, it's just one of those good days, good report. Or it's just like, "Oh, that's just something that the person can always do." But if it's a big thing or negative thing, they would say, that person have never done right. Okay. That person would always commit mistakes. That person would always lie. That person would always cook salty food, salty meal. How many of you can relate with that? Okay. Or how many of you have been in this situation? Okay. You minimize the good and you blow out of proportion the negatives. How many of you can connect and can relate that this is not really mentally soothing? This is like a yuck in our brain. Okay. So I want you to just like understand, okay, that there's freedom when you understand that this kind of thinking is not right, that this kind of thinking is distorted, this kind of patterns are distortions, cognitive distortions, and you are caged, you are held captives by these thoughts. Okay. How many of you? All right. How many of you? Okay. How many of you have been into the next? Okay. Cognitive distortions. Okay. Number eight. Number eight. Okay. I just want to acknowledge what you said, Coach Berna. Your mother loves you. Okay. Your mother loves you. Yeah, not perfect. No, some of our parents or most of the parents, me included, don't know any better. But one mistakes or maybe 10 mistakes, 20 mistakes would not change the fact we love our children. Okay. Sometimes we just mess up a lot. Okay. And we mess up big time, but it doesn't mean we don't love our children. Thumbs up, everyone. Thumbs up. Okay. So next cognitive distortion would be number 8 is the fortune telling. Okay, you don't need to have a tarot cards or you have this magic ball. Okay. Fortune telling is you predict the future. Okay. So I have eaten this food. My cholesterol is going to be sky high. I've eaten this sweet food. Oh my goodness, I would be diabetes now. Okay, I would get diabetes and I would be diabetic when I test. Okay, so how many times you said that you predict things, but how many times also you have received that kind of prediction, ugly predictions from other people, and it's very uncomfortable. How many of you have been a victim of someone's predictions? They tell you like, you know what, you'll never do it, you'll never make it, you'll never amount to something, or there you go again, you're starting something that you'll never finish, you'll never complete, or that project of yours, it's not gonna work. Or they can even tell you, trust me, I told you it's not gonna work. How many of you connects? How many of you would say, now I know? Or ouch. Okay. Could you give me some emoji right now? Okay. Can you give me an emoji? How do you feel at this moment in time? Give me some emoji in the comment. Okay. Give me a hashtag. What is your hashtag right now? What is one word right now that connects truly to you? Okay. Of all the cognitive biases and cognitive distortions that you are hearing right now, what is the most, okay, resonating with you? Number 9, comparison. Comparing yourself with others, framing yourself in a negative light. All of my coworkers are happier than me. All my classmates are wealthy, are having a good time, except me. Or my siblings have this, I don't have this. And whatever happens, you would always complain. Or if you are working and you are in a space with this person who always go into comparison, which is not really good, which is not really fair, they would always compare things. Why are you doing this? Why do you have this? Why I don't have it? Why you're getting this? Why I don't get it? Why all of this? Why? How many of you can connect? How many of you can connect with these people? Okay. They keep comparing your success, their success, your blessing, what they're getting, are you enjoying, and what have you, and they don't. How many of you can connect with that? Yep. Hashtag connect, hashtag relate, hashtag now I know. Now I got it. Okay. Bakit napag-iwanan ako? Okay. Bakit naiwan ako? Bakit ako na lang? Okay. How many of you can connect with that? Okay. If you are joining me for the first time, this is Master Coach A. I'm a coaching entrepreneur from the Philippines, Life Coach Philippines. So if you are interested to know what we are doing in our coaching tribe, please visit www.lifecoachphilippines.com. If you are interested to dive into conversations about coaching, if you are interested to learn more about coaching, if you are interested to have a professional training on becoming a professional certified life coach, drop me a message, connect at mastercoacha.com, or you can um, message or drop a message in the comment and we'll get back to you. All right. So, and if you are from the Philippines, visit our coaching hub at Teacup Coffee Republic, located inside Pioneer Center compound along Pioneer Road, corner Brixtons and United Streets, Capitolio, Pasig City. We are open from Saturday to Thursday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So I'd like to see you there. Every Thursday, I do a coaching talk, Coaching for the Soul. And you can also join us every Saturday, the beginning of our week, for open mic. Have a moment of expression, have a moment of sharing your creativity. And if you are one person and you want to experience coaching cards, you want to experience coaching process, we offer complimentary coaching sessions. But if you are already ready to dive into coaching sessions, we also offer coaching clinics. All right. So let's continue. Number 10 is uh, catastrophizing or phasing, jumping to the worst case scenario immediately. Okay, catastrophe. Okay, so this spot on my skin is probably cancer. I'll be dead soon. Okay, that example. Or that hole, that I can see in the process is the end of the project. This is not something that we can work on. That trees, okay, that thing that's not working in the partnership will blow our business. And that's the end of it. Catastrophizing. How many of you have realized that? How many of you you've done that in the past or you have experienced it from other people? Hashtag connect, hashtag relate, or hashtag now I know. Next, okay, we have the labeling. Okay, so applying a label to yourself, name calling. Okay, so the other way is the name call or you attach. I'm not a healthy person. I am not good at this. I am like this. I am not perfect. I am poor. I was born like this. I am not intelligent. How do you label yourself? And the 12 is disqualifying the positive, discounting positive things. Okay, say like, I answered that well, but it was just a lucky guess. I did it right, but I got somebody to help me. How many of you can relate to this. Now, I want you to understand that it's so beautiful, okay, that we have a very powerful mind. It's so beautiful. It is a gift from God. It's a gift from our Creator that we have the most powerful machine on planet, the human mind. If nobody, or you never been told that you are the owner of the most powerful machine on planet Earth, which is the human mind, then embrace it, receive it right now. You are the owner of the most powerful machine on planet Earth, and that's the human mind. Okay. The human mind, your mind allows us to create, okay, to paint, to build, to nurture, to discover, to explore, and to do a lot of things. What is unfortunate is that our minds don't come with instruction manual. And most people never reach their potential because they are not able to run these machines effectively and efficiently. The most powerful tool that we have, is our mind. Okay, which unfortunately also have inheritedly faulty programming. And our faulty programming is not our fault, really. Many of us have been raised differently. We have our traumas. We have taught differently. We were trained differently. But the good news is we can always, okay, science have shown us, research have shown us that we can always create a new neural pathways. Now, in the toolkit, I have given you a chance, an opportunity, and I'm challenging you to answer, okay, a couple of questions, a couple of things that would enable you to evaluate, okay, if you are one person who are suffering from this distortion, okay, you can, okay, you can reflect on it, okay, what are the situations that brought you to negative thinking patterns, or what are the situations in your life that always leads you to negative thinking. Okay, the toolkit would enable you to reflect, but it doesn't end in there, and please don't let it end there. I encourage you, I challenge you to take action. After your reflection, see, evaluate if what of the among of these 12 cognitive distortions you are suffering from, caging, putting you in the cage. You need help. Help is available. Okay. Your mind is very powerful, and definitely it can be reframed, reprogrammed, because of the process of building new neural pathways. It can be done. Okay? There are millions of thoughts that run through your mind that can make you doubt yourself, that can make you question things. But one thing I want you to be assured, and for you to assure your client as well, you have the most powerful machine. And with that powerful machine, we can always create a new neural pathways. We have the most powerful machine ever created, and it's given to us for free. So whatever it is that you're going through right now, know that help is available, and that you are capable of changing. You are capable of transformation. You are capable of new things. You are capable of rehabilitation. And if you are one person who is suffering from individuals with cognitive distortion, it will help you to set boundaries. It will help you to say no to their demands. It will help you to be able to stand boldly and declare your truth. Help is available. Self care matters. Self compassion is needed. But it all begins with you understanding that with the powerful tools comes also faulty patterns and programming. But that's not the end of it. Help is available. We can reconfigure this, we can reprogram this, and there's hope for us for a better thinking process. So, if you have questions, please let me know in the comment. Let me know also your hashtag pack my bag moment. Let me know your ahas for today. Okay. Let me know your hashtag return of insight. And please don't keep me as a secret. I would truly appreciate if you could share the link of this video to your social media platforms with your hashtag pack my bag moments, with your comments and three learnings. Carrying is something that would help you build your morale. Okay. So caring is something that you can do to build your self esteem. And when you share, you do the act of caring. When you share, you do the act of caring for those people who badly needs help, who needs some clarity, some insights, some light in the tunnel. So thank you so much for joining me for this day 75. I appreciate you all. Blessed morning. Good morning. All the way from the Philippines. This is Master Coach A saying, love, bam boom, love, bam boom, love, bam boom. Share, share, share. Good day.